So, good morning, everyone. So, now we are here in chapter 6, which is the evolution of management theories. So, now let's define first what is the evolution of a theory according to John Clancy. So, definition of a theory, it defines a theory as a coherent group and explain the relationship between two or more observable facts. So this definition is emphasizes the systematic and organized nature of theories, so which use interrelated definitions and relations to provide a framework for understanding the empirical world. Then the next is three reasons for studying management theory according to Stoner, Freeman, and Gerbert in the year of 2000. So the first is theories provide a stable focus for understanding on what we experience. So this means that theories helps us to understand and interpret our experiences in a structured and consistent way. Then the second is theories enable us to communicate efficiently and thus move into more complex relationship with other people. So this means that theory helps us to communicate effectively and build strong relationships. For instance, if we have a common understanding of a particular concept or idea, we can use that understanding to communicate more effectively with others. This can lead to better collaboration, cooperation, and overall success in our personal and professional lives. Then the third is theories make it possible or even challenges us to keep learning about our world. So this means that theories encourage us to continuously learn and grow. So by studying management theory, we can gain new insights and perspectives that can help us to better understand the world around us. Then the next is the evolution of schools of management thought. So the Industrial Revolution served as the impetus for this development. Then the situation led to the birth of separate schools of thought on management. And the first of this school of thought is the classical theory, which forms the basis of this section. So the classical theory of management is a management approach that emerged during the late 19th and early 20th centuries. Then the next is the evolution of management theory. So the first of these is the scientific management theory in the year of 1890 and 1940. Then the next of scientific is the administrative management theory um, between 1890 and the 1880 and 1990. So the next of this is the behavioral management theory in the year of 1910 and 1990. So the next is the management science theory in the year of 1940 under 1990 to 2000. And the last is the organizational environment theory, the year of 1950 to 2000. So development of classical theory according to Lyndall F. Orwick. So according to him, the classical theory developed in the in the three streams, which are the bureaucracy, administrative theory, and scientific management. So, the emergence of bureaucracy school. So, this is the bureaucratic school was developed mainly by sociologists who took a scholarly, detached, and descriptive point of view. So this school of thought was primarily concerned with the structure and functioning of the bureaucracies, and it was developed in response to the complexities of modern civilization. So the bureaucratic model of management was based on the idea that organizations should be structured in a hierarchical manner, then with clear lines of authority and the responsibility. So the next is the emergence of administrative theory. So the administrative school was developed by writers primarily interested in improving practice. Then bureaucracy was developed by sociologists who took a detached scholarly view. Administration was developed by practical men or action mainly practicing managers. So this theory is closely related to his concept of bureaucracy, which he introduced in his work of German sociologist, which is the Max Weber, The Protestant Ethic and the Spirit of the Capitalism. So, Weber's theory of bureaucracy is a key component of classical theories of management and is still widely used in modern management theory. Then the next is the emergence of scientific management schools. So this is the third major component of scientific management theory. So this school focus on the individual worker and the foreman, particularly in manufacturing activities. So this theory arose in part from the need to increase productivity. So the principles of scientific supervision are based on the idea that workers should be trained and supervised in a way that maximizes their efficiency and productivity. So this involves breaking down tasks into smaller, more manageable parts and then training workers to perform these tasks in a standardized and efficient manner. So by doing so, the foreman can monitor and control the work of the individual workers, ensuring that they are working to their full potential. Then the next is the evolution of behavioral school of thought. So in the evolution of behavioral school of thought, the behavioral school emphasizes the importance of attempting to understand the various factors that affect human behavior and organization. So, the behavioral school of thought emerged partly because the classical theory did not achieve sufficient production efficiency and workplace harmony. So, the classical theory, which viewed individuals as a mechanism of production, focused on using them more efficiently. However, it did not fully consider the various factors that affect human behavior and organization. Therefore, the behavioral school of thought emerged to address these gaps. So, emphasizing the importance of understanding the various factors that affect human behavior and organizations. Then the next is the four main schools under the behavioral theory are the early behavioral school, Hawthorne studies, human relations school, then the behavioral school science. So the quantitative management theory, according to Howard Aldrich and Diane Herker in 1977, the quantitative viewpoint focuses on using mathematics, statistics, and information aids support managerial decisions making and organizational effectiveness. So the quantitative viewpoint in management theory is an approach that emphasizes the use of mathematical and statistical techniques to analyze and solve management problems. So this emerged as a major force during World War II due to the need of optimize the use of resources in the war effort. Then the next is the quantitative management theory. There are three known schools of the quantitative. First is the management science, then operation management, and the management information systems. Then management science or operations research. So according to Larry M. Austin and James R. Burns in 1985, Britain at the beginning of the World War II needed to solve a number of complex problems in warfare. So what I said earlier, it is the goal of the quantitative management theory is to solve management problems and to analyze the mathematical statistics and techniques. Then the next is the operations management. So this approach uses quantitative methods to improve productivity and increase the efficiency of goods services production. Then management information systems. So the viewpoint arose because many organizations now find it difficult to handle large amount of information in new and better ways. So hence the computer-based information systems used by the managers. Then the next is the evolution of contemporary management schools. So this school of thought was developed largely in the 1950s, so the viewpoint can be understood from their perspective. So first is the system theory, the next is the contingency theory, and the emerging views. So the system theory. The system theory arose to develop the influence of both internal and external environments on organizations. So this system theory is widely used in various fields such as biology, engineering, and the social sciences to understand biology. For example, the systems theory used to study the interactions between different biological systems, such as the interactions between genes, proteins, and cells. So, in engineering, the systems theory used to design and analyze complex systems such as computer networks, and manufacturing processes. So the next is the contingency theory, so also known as the situational approach. So the need for a more open systems approach to thinking about organizations lead to the emergence of the contingency theory. So this is a management theory that suggests that there is no one size fits all approach to management. So instead, the most effective management style or organizational design will vary depending on the specific circumstances of the organization. So this theory emerged from the need for a more open systems approach to understanding organizations. So the contingency theory is based on the idea that are various internal and the external factors that can influence the effectiveness of different management styles and organizations design. Then the next is the emerging views. So the emerging views represent promising approaches that may develop into major viewpoints if research supports their influence. So, one major emerging view is Japanese management, represented by the Theory Z. So, this theory is a management concept that combines the best aspects of American and Japanese management styles. So, it emphasizes here the involvement of workers in decision making, the use of informal controls, and the encouragement of group members to take responsibility for their units. So, involving workers in decision making. This is the theory Z. Then, the conclusion. So, in early management theory consisted of separate methods of learning the problems associated with the industrial in the late 19th and the early 2000s. So, the best known management theory including the scientific management, classical theory, and the behavioral school and management science and the quantitative school. Okay? Thank you for listening.